All right, welcome back. In this part of our asteroids tutorial, we are going to be figuring out how to have object collision. And what object collision is when one sprite touches another sprite and something happens. So in this case, the asteroid runs into the spaceship and something happens. Let's imagine, you see right now, if the asteroid runs over the spaceship, there's absolutely nothing occurs because we haven't told it to do anything yet. But what if our asteroid, when it hit our ship, what if the asteroid blew up? You know, like maybe our ship has shields or something like that. Or what if the asteroid ran into a laser and then blew up? So let's dive into this a little bit. Let's start by exploring the collision of the asteroid with our spaceship. Let's start there. So I took the opportunity of pre-writing some code here that's going to help us out. Let's start in here on the basics. We can create an if-then statement. And in that if-then statement, we are going to have one of these touching mouse pointers. So they're in the sensing one right here at the very, very top of sensing. There's a drop-down menu. You can choose other objects, other sprites. So that's what I have here. So I'll drop one of those touching rocket ships. Here's the name of our sprite. That's our rocket ship right there. We could rename that. Let's call it spaceship. That makes a little more sense to me. It's not much of a rocket. Okay, so our spaceship, you see that automatically switched it to it. Let's put this at the very bottom of this forever loop. When the asteroid starts, when the game starts, the asteroid appears, etc. And we have this if touching spaceship, then hide. Now let's see what happens. You see that? The asteroid disappeared. So we can always manually force it to show back up if we click the little button here. Let's have it do a few other things. Every time it touches the spaceship, let's have it create a clone of itself. All right? And what a clone is it makes a duplicate copy of itself. And let's do this a couple times. We could put in this repeat a couple times. Where you can find those is under the orange control. You have a repeat button right here. And you also have down here, when I start as clone, create a clone of myself and delete this clone. So we have, when it touches the spaceship, it'll hide, repeat for 2 seconds, and create clone of myself. Now, what happens when it starts as a clone? Let's have it not go to the next costume, but rather let's have it switch costume to asteroid small. And similar to what we had it do earlier, let's have it point in a random direction. And then I have it also going to an X position and Y position. The way you create this is we're saying, hey, we want this asteroid, when the big asteroid hits our spaceship, we want it to blow up into 2 smaller asteroids. And when it does that, what we can do is have it duplicate. The clones need to show up somewhere. Let's have them show up exactly where the big asteroid was, right? So we can then right here attach this go to X and Y, which is over here, go to X and Y. That's where we got that, is that go to X. And here's the X position. Here's the Y position. That's how that works. So you can create one of those. And let's see what happens. So we'll hit play. Let's run into our asteroid. And we hit it, and nothing happened. So let's find out what we can do about this. So what's going on that's wrong here is the hide needs to go under this. What was happening is it was hiding before it could clone itself. And therefore the clones were showing up as hidden. So let's try it again. With that flip-flopped, run into it, boom, there they are. And there's 2 clones at this point. Okay. At this point, let's put in a forever loop underneath here. So you got control forever. right here. And then let's have it move 5 steps. You can get one of those moves and you can put it in here. And it doesn't have to go 5 steps. You could actually have variable speeds here, like the operators. We could pick random. The big asteroids moved kind of slow, 2 to 3 steps. What if the little ones moved, I don't know, 4 to 5? So there's a little bit of speed. And just like earlier, when we had this if x position is less than, etc., all those, let's pull these in. We could duplicate all that, right click, duplicate. Get rid of that bottom part there. And we'll pull this in. And let's see what happens. You'll notice the ones that I pre-built here don't match up here. Let's see, I'll explain why. We'll hit play. We have it hit. Boom, 2 smaller asteroids. You see the problem? The little asteroids got stuck at the edges because they were never actually touching the coordinates that we told it to, because these coordinates were meant for larger objects like our spaceship or the large asteroid. So what I did is I went through, and you'll see I reduced it from -243 to -230, 243 to +230. And so I just made all the numbers closer to 0. Same thing on the Y positions. I brought it down to 170. So you could go in and change that up if you like. And then what happens? See the small asteroids now? When they get to the edge, they in fact can zip around, and they're doing just fine. Okay, so here we go. We hit play. Let's test it, make sure it works. We got a big old lumbering asteroid there. It's coming at us. It's coming at us. Oh no, we're going to hit. Boom. We got 2 little asteroids coming apart. All right. I hope that helps. And we'll see you guys in the next video.